Good evening and welcome to Evening News on ABS Television. I am Ife Arono. First, the headlines. Anambra State Government reassures the Anambra on security of lives and property. Tricycle union dissolved by the state government over illegal revenue collection. Code of Conduct Tribunal convicts suspended Chief Justice of Nigeria, Onogen, bans him from public office for 10 years. And on the foreign scene, gunmen kill bus passengers in Pakistan. Welcome to the news. Now the detail. The state government says it will do anything possible to apprehend and bring the killers of late Chief Tony IGBOKA to book. Governor Willie Obiano was speaking through his deputy, Dr. Nkemo Keke, when he paid the family of the deceased a condolence visit at Nimo in IGROKA council area. Our correspondent, Emmanuel Okonkwo, tells us more.
Late Chief IGBOKA, who met his death at the eve of Tuesday at Oyo Nimo, was until death the President General of Nimo community. He was also a one-time member of the State House of Assembly and former local government chairman of IGROKA. Governor Obiano expressed sadness over the sudden death of late Chief IGBOKA, whom he described as a great man who did not only serve his community during his lifetime, but the entire state. The governor said that the investigation is already on to unravel circumstances surrounding the death of the Nimo PG, and the perpetrators of the dastardly act will be brought to book in no distant time. He encouraged in the Anambra not to live in fear, as the protection of their lives and properties are still guaranteed under his watch, while calling on security agencies in the state to beef up efforts in the fight against crime and criminality to maintain the status of the state as the safest in the federation.
Can't believe it's not this to happen in our state. Of course, the governor is really upset. He's given directive to the Commissioner of Police to fish out the perpetrators of this terrible act. We can't have something like this happening in our state, not now, not with the effort we've made in terms of security of lives and property in our state. So I believe they will be caught, they will be brought to justice sooner than later.
Consoling the family, the member representing IGROKA 2 at the State House of Assembly, Honorable P.T. Bida, who regretted Chief IGBOKA's untimely demise, advised the family to trust in God and be prayerful as justice would be given to their late father.
I sympathize with them and pray for them that God will console them, because there's nothing we humans, we can't do much.
From Nimo, in IGROKA local government area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
And now to the transport sector. The Anambra Commissioner for Transport, Sir Uchenna Okafor, has dissolved the executive of Keke Tricycle Union, Kawapu, in the state. According to a statement made available to the ABS, the commissioner met with the dissolved leadership of the union and riders earlier in his office at Jerome Odoji Secretariat, Oka, and warned them not to disobey the order. We have the details.
The statement said he reminded them that the ministry was notified of the activities of illegal IGR agents in the operations of tricycles about 3 months ago, and he quickly called them and tasked them to identify the illegal IGR agents that sell fake tickets to riders within 3 months, and regretted that up till now the executive could not point at one person as the illegal IGR agent, which he noted was a pointer that the leadership is benefiting from whatever proceeds the illegal IGR agents collect. It said the commissioner observed that the leadership of Keke Union obviously connives with enemies of the state and extorts money from the suffering Keke riders, which he made clear would no longer be condoned, and they announced that the ministry will set up a caretaker committee in due course that will ensure sanity in the leadership of Keke Union. The statement said the commissioner used the opportunity to reiterate that all forms of IGR collection or union dues on the streets and roads of Anambra State remain banned, and restated that the Nigeria Police, NSCDC, the Nigerian Army, and other security agencies have been briefed to arrest and prosecute anybody or group parading as the executive of Keke Union in the state.
An ultra-modern new church building of St. Christopher's Anglican Church, Onitsha, has been dedicated by the Bishop Diocese on the Niger, Right Reverend Dr. Owen Nwokolo. The new church has over 3,000 seating capacity. Staff reporter Njideko Okoye witnessed the dedication ceremony and now reports.
The history of St. Christopher's Anglican Church, Onitsha, is as old as the inception of Christianity in Igbo land, as it served as a mission house for the early missionaries. The foundation of the new church building was laid in January 2014. The dedication ceremony attracted people from all walks of life who gathered to share in the joy of the members of the church who poured their hearts to God in praises and worship for his benevolence and a dream come true. In a sermon to mark the event, Right Reverend Nwokolo urged Christians to lay the foundation of their life on the solid rock, Jesus Christ, as any structure with faulty foundation will collapse. He advised them to redesign their life with spiritual materials to suit the standard of God.
Sanctified and dedicated for worship of the Almighty God in the presence of His people, in the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit.
Governor Willie Obiano, represented by the immediate past chairman, Post-Primary Schools Service Commission, Lady Joy Olasi, appreciated the church for their oneness of purpose and services to God. The governor called for continued prayers for Anambra State, which he said is yielding positive results. The member representing Onitsha South Constituency 2 at the State Assembly, Honorable Beverly Kendi Cheikbazu, said St. Christopher is unique in commitment to the things of God. The vicar of the church, Reverend Canon Chibeza Abone, thanked God for a dream come true in his tenure and thanked the bishop, all the members of St. Christopher's, and friends of the church for their support, praying God to reward them. Presenting an address, the Secretary Dedication Committee, Evangelist Kingsley Abadike, narrated how the members took a step of faith and unveiled the building project. He listed some of the needs of the church, while the Chairman Dedication Committee, Sir Nonsombe, thanked God for the success of the event. Others who spoke at the event include a former Managing Director of ABS, Sir Oselukofo, the transition chairman of Onitsha South, Honorable Emeka Aswanya, and Sir IGBOKA. The event featured cutting of the dedication cake, Thanksgiving, and dedication proper.
This is a house of worship, a house of prayer, and a house of praises unto the Lord. From St. Christopher's Anglican Church, Onitsha, Njideko Okoye reporting for ABS News.
Happy times there. Justice, Development and Peace Caritas JDPC Awka Diocese has wrapped up her Community Empowerment and Development Initiative SEDI project in Awka with the empowerment of 40 beneficiaries. The beneficiaries who came from various communities in Awka Diocese were those who successfully completed their one-year skill acquisition training in sewing, which was organized by JDPC under the platform of Community Empowerment and Development Initiative Project. Our correspondent Valentine Mbadura filed in the report.
JDPC is a social and charity arm of the Catholic Church through which the Church reaches out to her numerous needy children. To this end, JDPC Awka has initiated means of reaching the less privileged amongst them to improve their standard of living. Speaking while handing over sewing machines and other equipment to the beneficiaries, the Bishop of Awka Diocese, Most Reverend Paulinus Ezokafo, called on them to be good ambassadors of their faith and the Church and to make good use of the opportunity given to them to improve their individual lives and impact positively on the communities therein. Bishop Ezokafo further commended the efforts of the JDPC Awka Diocese for their commitment towards improving the standard of living of the less privileged amongst them. Earlier in his address, the director JDPC Awka Diocese, Reverend Father Simon Anambra, who appreciated the bishop and everyone who contributed towards the success of the event, called on other affluent individuals to partner with the church through JDPC for sustainability of such humanitarian project. On behalf of the beneficiaries, Ms. Lucy Mwachukwu expressed their overwhelming joy, saying it was a dream come true for most of them. In attendance at the event were the co-director JDPC Oka Diocese, Reverend Father Leonard Okoye, Oka Regional JDPC Coordinator Reverend Father Peter Chikeluo, and the Hulobe Regional Coordinator Reverend Father Longinus Ebono, among others. The event climaxed with a showcase of different designs of dresses made by the trainees as part of their graduation projects.
Away from that, the Grand Patron of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, Dr. Anthony Enukeme, has called on Anambra to see the development of the state as a collective responsibility. He made the call while speaking to the ABS at his country home, Neni, in Anocha local government area. Correspondent Chibuzo Bidike tells us more.
According to Dr. Enukeme, the people of the state should not leave matters of development to the state government alone. He maintained that since government has provided basic infrastructure such as roads, the citizenry should assist the government in its routine maintenance.
Doing well, and I will just tell him to keep it up, the governor of Anambra State. And the people of Anambra State, governor is building the roads for us. But these roads built by the governor requires maintenance. A good number of towns and families drop things into the gutter, into the drainage. Are we expecting the governor to come and clear the gutter for us? If actually Anambra State will be clean, all hands must be on deck. Everybody must contribute to the cleanliness of our society.
He called for the provision of more refuse receptacles across the state, especially in Anocha local government area, for effective waste disposals to check the excesses of those who normally deface the environment.
If you see somebody going contrary to the norms and values, you report such individual to the police. And when such a report is made to the police should sit up. And if all is done this way, Anambra State will be safe, as is safe today.
On industrialization, Dr. Enukeme urged the Central Bank of Nigeria to see how best to reduce the high interest rates charged by commercial banks on loans and overdrafts to ensure the growth of indigenous firms. From Neni, in a national local government area, Chibuzo Bidike, ABS News.
You're still watching Evening News on ABS Television. Now to national matters. The Code of Conduct Tribunal, CCT, has convicted the suspended Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN Walter Onogen, and has banned him from holding any public office for the next 10 years. He was convicted on a 6-count charge of false declaration of assets. Chairman of the CCT, Danladi Umar, while delivering the judgment today, read that Onogen will be removed from office as the Chief Justice of Nigeria and the Chairman of the Code of Conduct Bureau, CCB. Mr. Danladi held that the federal government had proven beyond any reasonable doubt that the suspended Chief Justice breached the Code of Conduct for public officers. The CCT also directed that all monies in the accounts which he failed to declare between 2009 and 2015 will be seized and forfeited to the federal government based on the fact that he failed to show the tribunal how he acquired the monies in those accounts. And in business news, President Muhammadu Buhari has signed the National Minimum Wage Bill into law. The Senate had on March 19 passed the bill approving 30,000 naira as the new national minimum wage. The House of Representatives had earlier passed the bill before the National Assembly shut down its operations to enable lawmakers to participate in the 2019 general elections. National President of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, Ayuba Waba, had on Saturday last week gave May 1 as the deadline for the president to sign the new minimum wage. Moving on, legendary high life minstrel Professor Godie Ezike, reckoned for the philosophical appeals of his music, has called on musicians to go back to teaching good societal values and morals with their songs. Our correspondent David Okpokwasili sat down with him In a one-on-one interview at his Amici country home, Nnewi South local government area of Anambra State, where he gave the advice, we have the details.
Professor Ezike, unlike he would like to be described, Double Prof, is in the class of the evergreen Chief Osto Sadebe and Oliver the Cook, both of blessed memory. Like his contemporaries, he built his music around the Igbo worldview and philosophy, but takes it higher by insisting on passing lasting messages on his listeners, but unlike them, does not engage in praise singing of his patrons.
Well, it is as God wants it. My relics is from the Bible. I am somebody who controls people. I am controlled by God. I was brought here. My mother thought I would be a priest. So this is my priest life.
Unlike his popular tracks, Usokanando, his new release, Monkey Police, and many others, Professor Ezike insists music must be used to achieve societal good, as he called on the new generation musicians to change their narrative of promoting emotional insecurity, materialism, and immorality for more lasting messages.
Monkey, Adroma Police. Kita kanyi jemi police dog. Abro monkey. Ndonya unanulia no monkey, no monkey. Police, uka police. Dog, no dog. Awe mwa na ifiebi. Etipo ta eti kezi vanity. Love. Oh chukubu love. I'm not from talk about God now, that's all. They will talk the correct thing.
Surely, his legacies will not be left to die as a group led by Mrs. Chinemere Manye, Lawrence Obusi, popularly called Sewa Sewa, and many others under the non-governmental organization Relief Pitch Initiative are making plans to sustain those legacies Professor Godi Ezike is known for.
And Professor Chief Godi Ezike. Because no egu boom domodo, his music is instructive. Obo ze ka ngwe ni ba na so bro ka like de ka kita ana aguchizi aguruba da we fiye ai na enu muazi.
Maybe or maybe not, this action will spark the fire to change the narrative in promoting people who have made their contributions to the development and change the end goal of musicians. Only time will tell. From Amici, Nnewi South local government area, I am David Obokwase reporting for ABS News.
The music legend still leaving the path. And now to foreign news, passengers offloaded from bus traveling from Karachi to Gwadar before being shot dead, and that's according to officials. At least 14 people have been killed after gunmen ambushed a bus in Pakistan's southwestern province of Balochistan. According to government officials, the attackers were wearing uniforms from the paramilitary Frontier Corps and forced passengers to disembark from the bus before shooting them. A provincial Home Secretary Haider Ali said the passengers were traveling from the southern city of Karachi to the port city of Gwadar by the Makran Coastal Highway when their bus was ambushed early today by masked gunmen near Omara area. And that's evening news at this time, but don't forget that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television, subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/ABS Radio TV online, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website, www.absradiotv.com. Now on the main point again. Anambra State government has reassured the Anambra on security of lives and property. Tricycle union being dissolved by the state government over illegal revenue collection. Code of Conduct Tribunal has convicted suspended Chief Justice of Nigeria, Onoren, and banned him from public office for 10 years. And on the foreign scene, gunmen have killed bus passengers in Pakistan. That's it on Evening News at this time. Thanks for watching. I am Ife Arono. Good evening.